Lunar, the JRPG that everyone swears by, but somehow nobody actually played because it was locked behind the Sega CD, aka the most financially irresponsible add-on in gaming history. Thankfully, this remaster rescues it from its overpriced prison, meaning you can finally afford the experience of a cult classic without making a down payment on your car, your house, and your life insurance policy. Let's get one thing straight. Nobody, and I mean nobody I ever met, let alone knew, had a Sega CD, let alone could afford the damn thing. Maybe there was one kid at school, but he also had every console known to man, including a Neo Geo, and somehow never let anybody actually play anything. The standard price range in 1992 for the Sega CD was $299. That's already brutal, but over here in California, the Sega CD was retailing at an eye-watering $700. $700! That's not a price, that's an extortion scheme. At that point, the Sega CD wasn't a gaming peripheral, it was a financial crisis. Hell, for that much money, I could have bought a Super Nintendo, a stack of top-tier RPGs, a pizza, and still have enough left over for an actual trip to the Bahamas. I had better luck shitting out an actual T-Rex with my butt cheeks thoroughly glued shut with Gorilla Glue, and then coming across a one-legged kangaroo working part-time at the IHOP. I should know I worked there, than coming across a Sega CD, let alone a broken one. Sega really thought people were gonna cough up $700 to experience FMV games starring actors who looked like they were being held hostage? No wonder most people never even saw a Sega CD in real life. At that price, it was less of a console and more of a cryptid, something you would only hear about in rumors. Today, Lunar the Silver Star and Lunar Eternal Blue have become rare gaming artifacts, selling at $120 to $200, assuming you could even find the damn things. Now that Lunar is actually accessible, let's talk about the remasters themselves, because thankfully it's not just a cheap slab of HD paint. You can toggle between the classic pixel art and new graphics, which is perfect, because some people want that authentic 90s visuals, while others want modern polish that doesn't look like it was drawn on a napkin at Denny's. The cutscenes? Absolute gold. They look like an anime that should have won awards, rather than that really crappy mess we were all used to on the Sega CD. Few RPGs nail atmosphere like Noriyuki's soundtrack. Every track oozes adventure, tension, and emotion, rather than sounding like a broken MIDI keyboard grasping for air. I'm looking at your original PC port of the original Final Fantasy VII. The English voice acting, it's a mixed bag. Some performances absolutely crush it, while others sound like the actors were held at gunpoint by Ido in his porn chamber. The battle speed toggle is a gift from the heavens. Gone are the days of sitting through painfully slow attacks that move the speed of Ido's brain cells. Inventory management, way smoother. The old games were just about as efficient as trying to sort out your taxes using a stone tablet. Now it's actually playable, rather than an exercise in frustration. But the AI? Oh boy, the AI sometimes does things so idiotic, I swear it was programmed by Ido. Sometimes it targets barrels for no reason, other times it does the exact opposite of what you want it to do. It's like babysitting a hyperactive puppy that suddenly decides to eat its own tail. Now let's talk the story, which is one of the biggest RPG plots ever, but it also comes with one tiny hiccup. In Lunar 1, Alex and Luna have a romantic bond, but the translation calls it a brother-sister bond. Excuse me. What? Imagine sitting down for a beautiful emotional scene only to hear something that makes you take a double take so hard you have whiplash. And while I have no doubt in my mind that Ido would probably jack off to the idea, this was just weird phrasing, not actual sibling nonsense. But who signed off on that translation? Somebody owes us a very long apology and a facepalm. Thankfully, once you get past that hiccup, the actual storytelling is absolutely amazing. Oh, and let's not forget Null and Ruby, who are the real MVPs of the games. These two steal every single scene, delivering perfect sass and making sure that the main characters don't get too serious for their own good. We should not have been drinking while playing these games. At multiple times, I busted along laughing at Null's blunt roasts and Ruby's fiery rants. It's like watching two smart-ass kids absolutely dismantle the series of a JRPG plot, and somehow the games are better for it. This led to a full-fledged drinking game with my friends where we took a drink every time Null or Ruby made us laugh. Needless to say, by the time we were done, we were singing Sweet Caroline to our hutch while my best friend just recorded the whole damn thing and decides to use it to blackmail us to this day. The final verdict is that the Lunar Remastered collection finally lets gamers experience two of the greatest RPGs without having to pawn off their belongings to afford a Sega CD. It's nostalgic, gorgeous, and surprisingly modern, even if the AI has the IQ of Ido. Final score? 8.5 out of 10. Recommended for anyone who loves heartfelt stories, an RPG experience, and a ridiculous AI who somehow forgets how to use an RPG.